Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your stimulus check update for the next stimulus package for Sunday, February 21st. I hope everyone is off to a good and safe start to their Sunday so far. In this video, I'll be discussing updates in regards to the current relief package and the third stimulus check. I'll also be discussing the $1,400 direct payments, the backlash from Republicans over the relief bill, and then I'll be wrapping up this video by answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. But first, if you would remember quickly, liking this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really just helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this video out to other viewers like you, and hopefully helping other people like you as well. Okay, so as President Biden continues to face more and more backlash over his $1.9 trillion relief package from Republicans, he wants to know, what exactly should they cut? Biden asked, should we not invest $20 billion to vaccinate the nation? Should we not invest $50 billion to help small businesses stay open when tens of thousands have had to close permanently? How many people do you know will go to bed tonight staring at the ceiling saying, God, what is going to happen if I don't get my job, if I don't have my unemployment check? I could go on, but you get the point. Biden then went on to say that he'd be open to hearing ideas on how to change the proposal or reduce the overall price tag. However, so far, the White House has refused to reduce the overall price tag. If you remember, there was a group of bipartisan senators that visited the White House not long ago, and they were quickly dismissed as having a proposal that wasn't serious. Biden said that even though he's open to hearing ideas from Republicans on how to make the package better and make it cheaper, he also hopes to listen to their constituents. Even though the third round direct payments remain largely popular, even among Republican voters, other measures, such as the $300 billion going to the Agriculture Department to conduct studies on animals regarding the virus, many people could care less about. Some other complaints include the $135 million going to the National Endowment for the Arts, and another $135 million on top of that going to the National Endowment of the Humanities. There is also another $10 million going towards the preservation and maintenance of Native American languages, which some people may be fine with, but just not in any virus-related bill. One Republican in Congress said, it's clear Democrats have no interest in approaching virus relief in a timely and targeted fashion, and are instead using the reconciliation process to jam through their liberal wish list agenda. Another Republican Congresswoman said, less than 1% of the virus relief bill will actually go to vaccine development and distribution. When a top priority accounts for such a small part of the overall spending, it just shows how massive this spending bill is. So it's pretty clear that at this point, this bill is not going to garner any Republican support. Of course, as we all know, Democrats don't need any Republican support, being that they can pass this bill through reconciliation. At this point, even though most measures in the bill have 100% support from Democrats, such as the third round of $1,400 direct payments, the unemployment extension, and child tax credit, they still need to get over one more hurdle. This hurdle, of course, is the provision that progressive Democrats want to push through, which would increase the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour. We're seeing progressive Democrats, such as Bernie Sanders, continue to argue that it should stay in the bill, with other Democrats arguing that it'll more than likely get removed because of the Byrd rule. However, even if it does stay, two Democratic senators in Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin oppose the measure. So without their support, unfortunately for Democrats anyways, they won't be able to push the bill through. As far as the timeline goes, we're still looking at this bill passing at some point in the middle of March. At latest, we're looking at March 14th, which is the same exact date in which unemployment benefits are set to expire. If this happens to be the case, we should see the next round of direct payments begin to go out at some point in mid to late March. The only thing that could possibly hold them up is the fact that the IRS will also be processing tax returns during this time. Let's wait and see. This coming week, we should begin to see a little bit more progress as the House plans to take up the bill for a vote. Once the House passes the bill this week, we'll just be one step closer. From there, it'll move on to the Senate, where they'll more than likely face the uphill battle over the provision that would increase the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour. So until we get to that point, all we can continue to do is hang in there, stay strong, and hope for the best. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to move right along to answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video, And if you do have any other comments or questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many of the comments and questions as I possibly can, but for those comments and questions I'm not able to respond to, I do try to pick some of the more popular ones to answer in the next video in video form. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the first comment of this video, which is from Chris. Chris says, thanks again for all the great information. I'm wondering if we never got the $600 check that was supposed to be sent out on January 6th, do you think we'll see a $1,400 check if approved? Should we just wait and see, then claim that on our tax returns too? If that's the case, when do you think we should be seeing the money? We need it now, not later. Okay, thank you so much for your question, Chris. And first off, I'm incredibly sorry that you still haven't received your second direct payment. Unfortunately, many people had the status of their checks being sent on January 6th, yet, for whatever reason, never received them. However, I wouldn't think you should have any issues receiving the third direct payment, so you could always go ahead and file your tax returns this year, claiming the $600. If, for whatever reason, you end up having issues once again receiving the third one, you could always go back and file an amended tax return, claiming an additional $1,400 credit. However, like I said, it is my best hope that you don't have any issues whatsoever in receiving your next payment. Okay, moving along to the next comment video, which is from Lynette. Lynette says, hi Josh, I was on SSDI, but when my mom died, I moved into Social Security Survivor's Benefits. What recourse do I have if the IRS deposited my direct deposit check into the wrong account? I went to the Get My Payment portal and it said that my check was deposited in early January of 2021, but it was the wrong checking account. I called my bank and they told me to contact the IRS. When I did, I got a recording. Okay, thank you so much for your question, and first off, I'm very sorry for everything that you're going through right now. I know how incredibly frustrating it must be. Secondly, what you'll need to do at this point is to file a quick tax return claiming the $600 you should have received as a recovery rebate credit. On your tax returns, you'll also get to choose the bank in which you'd like to receive your tax refund in. This way, the IRS will also now have all of your updated banking information, so when they go out to send the third round of $1,400 direct payments, you should get it in a more timely manner. Finally, if you'd like to contact the IRS in regards to your payment, you could always try calling them at 1-800-919-9835 to see if that number works better, and the only recommendation that I would have for you is to call just a little bit earlier in the day just to avoid those longer hold times. Okay, moving along to the next comment video, which is from Vicky. Vicky says, hi Josh, my daughter is a single mother without a job. She used to get Social Security benefits, but not anymore. Is she eligible for the stimulus check? She did not get the first or second one. What should she do? Thank you and have a great day. Okay, thank you so much for your question, Vicky, and whether or not she's eligible for these relief payments completely depends. If you or someone else is claiming her as a dependent on their tax returns, then unfortunately, that would have made her ineligible to receive the first two direct payments. For the first two rounds, dependents over the age of 17 were not eligible to receive anything. However, for the third round, even if she's being claimed, she will be eligible to receive the $1,400 direct payment. If she's not being claimed as a dependent, on the other hand, then she definitely should have been eligible to receive the first two direct payments. Furthermore, she'll also be eligible to receive the next one of $1,400. More than likely, if this is the case that she's not being claimed as a dependent, the reason for her not receiving the first two payments is because the IRS simply didn't have her information on file. Since she doesn't have a job, more than likely she hasn't filed a tax return within the last 2 years. If your daughter hasn't filed a tax return for 2018 or 2019, then she would have needed to fill out the non-filers tool in order to give the IRS all of her banking information. However, the deadline to fill out the non-filers tool has already ended, so at this point, what I would recommend for her to do is to file a tax return this year, claiming $1,800 in credits on it. These $1,800 will be the combined amounts from the first and second round of direct payments. Even though she hasn't worked, she can most definitely still file a tax return. Then, when the IRS goes to send out the third round of payments, they'll have all of her banking information. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is completely free to do so, and it's a great support to me. Also, if you'd like to receive 4 free socks from Webull, with 2 of them valued all the way up to $1,600 each, or 1 free stock from Robinhood just for signing up and linking your bank account. Please feel free to claim those free stocks by clicking the link in the description box below. And finally, if you join Rakuten with my referral link in the description box below and spend at least $20, Rakuten will give you $20 cash back. This means that you can buy an item through Rakuten with one of their referral links, such as Nike, for $20, and Rakuten will give you $20 just for making that purchase. This is just an incredible deal that we'd love for everyone to take advantage of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.